Let's now take a look at the South Asians of New York nonprofit organization dedicated to politics and policy work and the impact of that on South Asian Americans. Recently, South Asian of New York hosted a virtual session titled Ideas That Have Impact, a take on gun violence, safer businesses, and safer communities. The event saw elected officials, community leaders, law enforcement officers, and academia who came together to reflect upon their perspectives and understanding of the issues. Gun violence is rampant in this country right now, bringing forth much needed attention on the need for gun control and other measures. The virtual event discussed this and facilitated ideas that have a positive impact on creating safer businesses and safer communities. Ideas that have impact session also highlighted modern technology such as artificial intelligence to potentially prevent, protect, and save lives. The event saw in support ITV Go's chairman Padma Shri Dr. Sudeep Parekh. Here is the story.
Gun violence is not a natural calamity like hurricane or earthquake. It's not a viral epidemic either. This is a man-made problem and man has to find a cure for this. Gun violence is problem for all, but there are certain jobs which are more vulnerable for violence. South Asians of New York are engaged in some of such jobs, such as gas station, taxi drivers, convenience stores, and so on. We all talk about COVID, but children and teens are more likely to die from gunfire than COVID-19 today in United States of America. So this is a real problem. Usually children are more affected, boys are more affected, and African Americans are more affected. We have few elected officials, so probably we'd like to hear from them. What are the solutions they have and what can we do?
Obviously, we know that gun violence is something that's not unique to one city in New York. It's not even unique to the state of New York. This is a national and global epidemic or pandemic. But the question is, what can we do about it here? What can we do in New York? So I am one of 63 senators in the state of New York. I'm in a majority, the Senate Democratic majority. And just this morning, we announced a new piece of legislation, which I'm very pleased about. This legislation is modeled after legislation in the states of California, in Oregon, in Rhode Island, that would create a short waiting period when purchasing a firearm in New York State.
As your Lieutenant Governor, I am working very closely with Governor Kathy Hochul to do everything I can to work with her to end gun violence in New York State. Earlier this year, New York declared a first-in-the-nation gun violence disaster emergency, which was part of a comprehensive strategy to address gun violence. This strategy treats gun violence as a public health crisis and focuses on both short-term and long-term solutions to manage the immediate crisis, reduce the shooting rate, and enhance community-based intervention and prevention strategies. We know that we won't be able to solve the underlying issues that lead to gun violence unless we provide funding to key community groups for employment as well as local engagement. And so this disaster emergency allows us to expedite the disbursement of money and resources to communities so that they can begin to target the root causes of gun violence immediately.
It is a very timely subject that the community and all of you have gotten together to discuss and look for solutions. We also have to be mindful that, we are living in very difficult times because of the pandemic. This sort of situation has come, I would say rather, after 100 years. 1918 was a big pandemic and thereafter. So one has to be mindful of that. There are a lot of stress and strains, a lot of pressure in the society, and that also leads to violence in various forms, gun violence being one, and various other forms of violence that needs to be tackled with introspection, with understanding, with mutual support, holding each other's hand. I think we can put this unwanted violence that has crept in, and not just here in the United States. I guess it's a pressure point across the world where people are feeling the heat of the pandemic. We can do it together. Let us come together. Let us understand each other together. Be more kind, compassionate to the problems that we have. And as a society, let us build a more harmonious network.
When you lose somebody, loved ones, it's not be explained. Mother can lose the child, the wife can lose the husband, and that is not intentionally killed. Unintentionally, they are killed. And now these days, you are scared. You cannot send the child to the school to find out whether the child will be back safe home or not. You go to the shopping center mall, you don't know when you will be attacked, either parking lot or in the shopping mall. When you go to the bank, you don't know whether you will be attacked or not. So you can see every step, your life is not safe. Who made the unsafe life? We made it. We are responsible. Nobody is responsible. We made it. We can solve it.
So gun violence is not going to go away. We all have to be vigilant. We have to have multiple sessions of conversations, because in the United States Constitution, the Second Amendment gives you the right to bear arms, which means you can have a gun legally. However, when the founding forefathers did that as an amendment, they were talking about not being oppressed by any tyrannical force. They were not thinking about gun violence of everyday people shooting each other. So the social situations that we face today did not exist then. So it has evolved. Although we need to honor our constitutional right, we also need to protect in this social circumstance, in this time period, violence against young children, all children, adults, and so forth. So I applaud Mr. Shah Jahan Merchant for taking the time to do something that will do so much good for all people, particularly in this issue of reducing gun violence.